Hello, fellow penny pinchers out there. My name is T, and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. So, if you clicked on this video, my guess is that you want to learn some simple tips on how to begin budgeting for the new year and ways to improve your credit score. So if that's you, stay tuned, hit the subscribe, the like button, and you know the drill. Let's go. Tip number 1, make time. I know it seems like a daunting task. However, if you schedule some time either early in the day or in the evening when things tend to be a little more quieter for you, or if you're at home and you have that time in the middle of the day, just schedule it. It doesn't matter when. Success is resulted by how much time you put into the process. So find some time in your busy schedule to dedicate at least an hour to 2 hours to get this plan started. Tip number 2, identify your expenses. Now, there's going to be a few little tips under this big tip of number 2. Identifying your expenses is not simply just gathering your bills. That's part of the process. But once you've gathered all your monthly bills, you also want to do a thorough check on your credit. Remember, I did say this is about improving your credit score. So, each year as a consumer, by right, you can request your credit report from all 3 credit agencies for free. I know they have other things out there like Credit Karma and some other websites. However, I typically go the old-fashioned way. I like to see the printout. And as you're requesting your credit report, you want to request information about who has ran your credit as well. So all that will be included in a subsequent video about requesting your credit report. But for now, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to simply say, gather all your expenses. So when factoring your monthly expenses, don't forget to include miscellaneous expenses. Those are things that we don't typically see come in the mail as a bill. I'm talking about toll money, fuel for your vehicle to get to and from places, entertainment money if you like to go to the movies, if you're social at work and you tend to eat out for lunch. But I would caution to really cut down or cut back on that as you want to save in the new year. We're talking about being prosperous in the new year with our finances. So include that with your monthly expenses as you move forward through this process. Tip number 3, you probably already knew or could guess it. We're going down the income road, folks. You have to list your income next. If you're gonna find out about your monthly expenses, it's only naturally that you find out about your monthly income. So income can include your net amount from a paycheck earned on a job. Income could be residuals from YouTube videos. Income could be bonuses that you receive on a regular basis. However, when trying to budget, you really want to keep to the idea of what comes in positive cash flow on a monthly basis. What can I depend on coming to help me pay for my expenses? And that's kind of where we're going in this process in order to connect everything. The next step is, now that you have your income and your expenses already outlined, what you want to do is make sure you take your income and you minus your expenses. What's going to happen is you're left with, hopefully, a positive number. That positive number, some describe it as disposable income. It can also be described as positive cash flow. But it's just anything that's left over that you can either invest and save or use to pay down additional debt. So that will be coming up in other videos. Congratulations, you've made it to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is learn to put your debit card up and use cash for now. So what I mean by that is most people suffer from mindless swiping. Swiping for that Starbucks, swiping for that sub sandwich, even though it's $5. But by the time you've swiped, you might be swiping yourself into the red. Okay, so what you want to do is, once you figure out what your residual money is or your disposable income is, you want to make sure that you take a portion of that for petty cash. I'm talking about if you need that latte, that cup of coffee, maybe once a week you decide you want to go out and splurge on lunch with your coworkers, make sure you have that cash. Having the cash in your hand gives you a visual of how much you can spend. So now you're not overspending and possibly spending money that you already allocated for bills. The final tip that I have for you is stay consistent. Stick with the plan. It sucks having this plan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't your most responsible person. However, I found that by sticking with the plan, I got to see some of that positive cash flow. I wasn't in the red. I was able to understand how my finances work. And now I'm even looking towards investments such as cryptocurrency. Yes, I am on the cryptocurrency bandwagon right now, also looking at some other investments as far as savings, paying down debt, but I'm putting the control back in my hand just by being smarter about how I earn and spend my money. If you follow all of these steps, what you'll find is that by budgeting, you'll be able to pay down some debt, pay your bills on time, which overall will improve your credit score. So keep watching the content on my channel if you enjoy figuring out ways that you can make it in this new year. All right, congratulations for making it through all the tips. If you're curious about how I set up my Excel spreadsheet in order to budget, please hit subscribe, send me a comment through the email requesting the information, and I'll be sure to send you my spreadsheet that you can customize for your own needs when budgeting. All right, bye-bye, penny pinchers. See you in the next video.